Good evening. Hey guys, it is Ryan for the Sleep Pigeon Auctions, and you know where we are. I know where you are. I'm doing a Cool Whip look tonight, and I figure Cool Whip is the best way to look on the Monday Night Family Show because really, does it matter how I look? I still bring you the best content. We bring you the reality, and the fact is what we bring to the table is the worst. It's the worst. It's the worst of the worst. It's not really that good, even though it's great. It's what we call 50 Shades of the Truth. That's really what it comes down to. But guys, this show works best when you all participate. So hopefully that I am on tonight. Hopefully it is working, and hopefully you all participate because, again, as I say, this show works best when you participate. Not showing the most bars here tonight on the line, but if we are on, let me know. What are we going to talk about tonight? Jeez. What are we going to talk about? One-loft racing, lies. What are we going to talk? I don't know. You tell me what you want to talk about. Again, I can only do what I can do. I'm not overly impressed on the internet signal tonight, but again, that's gonna we're gonna see if we are on. Hopefully that we are on, because if not, it's gonna make this more and more tougher for me. Probably the best thing I should do is not even look. Good evening, Ryan. Hello, in the house from Virginia. Virginia Islands. Mike Vanderyak says we sound good. Okay, so now I know that we are on. Guys, that is the main thing. We are on a voyage, on a fantastic voyage. We got the Ricky 7. That's right, 7 race series. Hello. Yes, that is it. 1 week on, and 4 people signed up. Now, guys, let's figure out why people aren't signing up. Let's break it down. What's the reason? Let's figure this out. Too hard, too easy, not enough details, not enough bullshit on paper that you want. You're going to get a 7 race series. The 7 races got to equal out to 7, 1, 7, 7, 7. Why do we pick this number? Because Ricky's favorite number is 7. Do I like 7? No, my number's 9. 7 is for like Ronaldo's, okay? I'm going with 9s. R9, Ronaldo, the original Ronaldo. Not this BS beautiful looking Ronaldo. And he is fantastic. And by the way, he is that good as well. But I'm the R9 Ronaldo. That's the kind of guy that I am. But anyways, we've posted it up and we give it a little bit of time. Now we're going to look at it and let's rip it down, tear it apart, and figure out, well, what do we like about it? What don't we like about it? What is it? Costs you almost next to nothing to participate. You put as many birds as you want in. So for a guy like Mike Vanderyak or Nelson, maybe you guys are on fixed incomes, you can put in like 20 pigeons, 30 pigeons, 50 pigeons, 100 pigeons, or 1 pigeon. It does not matter. Shane says, hey now. Hey, Shane, what's going on? Shane, I do not see your name up on that list, and you guys want to test pigeons, right? You want to sell pigeons. If you want to sell pigeons, you got to test pigeons. And a lot of people, they can't test them at a good price. Well, this Ricky 7 race, this little race here that we got going on, oh, we're going to chitty chitty bang bang everyone. We're going to give you bang for your buck. And we're going to go that way. And I'll tell you, last year we did the 3 races in a week, and that just didn't seem to get anybody moist or excited or even have a goddamn drink. I didn't have not one person come to 1 race. That's pretty disgusting. You know, I traveled to California to watch races. I traveled to Pattaya to watch races. I traveled to Florida to watch races. I traveled to Belgium to watch races. But maybe I'm just a different kettle of fish or a different bag of chips, or I'm a little different. So what I'm trying to figure out is, after 1 week of this fantastic deal for you guys, What are we thinking? You've had a week to marinate on the Ricky 7. Shit, we talked about going 15 times 100 miles, and it seemed like everybody was just doing somersaults and backflips. But at the end of the day, what Ryan always knows is if Ryan goes outside that box too far, y'all don't have the balls to play in it anyways. Hey, Ryan, I definitely have a team in it. I went up to sign up, but couldn't figure out to put my password in. Come on. How are you going to win this race if you can't figure that out? Shane, you're better than that. You can do it. Come on. And if you can't do it, you call me and be a pain in my ass and say, Ryan, I want to put 25 in. Fine, we'll put you down. But I appreciate what you're saying. Guys, I'm not looking for excuses. We're looking for people that can figure it all out. If you want to win this race, you got to learn how to enter into the races. It's part of winning. Brian Mansker. Now, Brian, I know you are that kind of guy. Brian, how many birds are you putting in this year? I know you're normally a 1 or a 2 birder, but this is your year, Brian. Brian, for $1,077, you can put 40 birds in, Brian. And we'll do all the work. I'll ground them and pound them right till the end. That's what we do. And for people wondering, well, who's going to be flying the pigeons? It's Ricky and myself and Ricky. That's what we do. We're going to play with your pigeons. We're going to push them to their little limits. And again, pigeons that aren't right, they'll be removed. And pigeons that can do it are going to do it. But hey, this is the Monday Night Family Show. Why am I talking about a one-loft race? If you guys don't enter it, I just get a job at a summer camp for the summer. I'm having a great time too. It does not matter to me. So I'm going to switch gears. The Ricky 7 race is up. You guys participate if you want. Hopefully, the more the merrier. But it's Monday night. So, you guys that are watching, you tell me what's on your mind tonight. What do you want to talk about? What is tickling your fancy? I've heard some complaints that people say that I'm hard on people. I'm hard on races. I'm hard. What am I hard on? What do you guys want? Do you want me to be like a fun-loving mini-wheat? And I mean, I guess for business, I should just be bullshit and tell you everything is great and everything's sunshines and rainbows and everything's perfect. But at the end of the day, I don't think that's always the best way to roll. Actually, it's not being true to yourself. You know, people make promises that they just can't keep. They'll even lie to their kids. They just can't. They can't help it. But that little lie that they say makes them feel good for that moment. So, do you want me to lie to you? You want me to be honest with you? You want me to be which way? And I ask this question because it's an important question. Jason Mihalik, thank you for signing up, Jason. Good job. Dave Crozier, you are with us. Thank you. David Tracy, you are on. Good job. So, that's the question I ask. I get people all the time saying, well, this guy's going to come after you, and this guy's going to come after you. And you said this about this guy. Okay, am I allowed to have an opinion? Am I allowed to have an opinion? That's my question. Last year in Southern Ontario, there's one-loft races. Okay? And my opinion on the races is only my opinion. But I guess I have a platform. So my platform is that I give you my opinion and I voice it and I don't really care. It does not matter to me if you like me or you don't. It does not matter. I don't care. I don't care if any of you watch the shows or you don't. Because at the end of the day, I'm only bringing content that's going to make you a bit better pigeon flyer. Okay? I am single-handedly the only one that has gone to the distance, has gone to the breeders in Europe, has gone to the big races, has gone and pushed and pushed and pushed. Is it for me? Listen, I can walk away tomorrow and drive a garbage truck. And it's okay with me. I've been there. I've done it. I've seen this. But I want to bring you guys the content that you crave. That pornography of pigeon that you're looking for. Because that's what you are looking for. You're looking for it. So, sometimes My honesty actually buries me a grave. Buries me a grave. Because to be true to myself, I have to push that envelope. I have to push and push and push until you can't push no more. Until everyone says, well, he's a loudmouth, he's high on himself, he's this, he's that, blah, 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 blah. You're damn right I'm high on myself. Because you know what? Everyone laughed and said, you can't do it, you can't do it, you can't do it. You know what I said? I gave them that. I says, yeah, watch this. I'll push and push and push and push. And I'll push. I'll push until I can't push no more. This is where we're here. This is why we're here. So now you question yourself again. Do you change your face? Talk out of the side. Every one-loft race is great. How many races are crap? You guys ever ask yourselves this? You're looking for big prize money? For what? There's never winners in big prize money. Oh, my apologies. Congratulations to the Florida Pigeon Derby. At least they have some big prize money winners. Everything else, it's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke, and a joke, and a joke. This one-loft race that we're going to run, this isn't for big prize money. No. It's for racing pigeons. But I hear everyone say it's not about the prize money. It's about testing the pigeons. And people ask me, why do I drink? This side, this side. Then there's this side. Don't talk left to me and don't talk right to me. Don't tell me you couldn't do this and no, do it. Don't tell me, do it. Transparency. Wait, transparency? No, blah blah blah. Transparency is say it as you see it. Well, of course. So Shane, I'm gonna say to you, pick it up. Pick it up, Shane. I'll kick you right in your nuts. Sign up. I think pot size keeps a lot of people from entering. JD, everybody's on a goddamn fixed income. Okay, everybody's on a fixed income. People can't pay for pigeons. People can't do this. People can't buy groceries. People can't. Oh, what's the pot? What are you gonna win? What are you gonna win? What do you want to win? You want good pigeons or you want pretend prize money? You know, I thought about it, and I thought about it time and time again to make first prize $1,000,000. I thought about it. Go to the bank, say, hey, okay, this is what we're going to do. Let's take 1,000,000, put it over in this account. Oh, first prize $1,000,000. Uno pigeon. One pigeon win $1,000,000. Jimmy, I gave you this idea, Jimmy Ward. I'm giving it to you. I give it to you and Mike. You got to have the first place pigeon win $1,000,000. Then your dicks are the biggest. Now, America, you are great. You have Donald Trump. You got the 57 flags and no, is it the 52 stars and the flags and the banner and oh say can you see? And I get that. You guys are the biggest. Well, where the hell is the first $1,000,000 pigeon? Come on, America. Do we need to get Donald Trump to run a one-loft race? I'm giving it to you on a goddamn plate. I'm giving it to you, but who's going to do it? You heard it here still first. I was the first one. And I would do it. My problem is why don't I want to do it? To win $1,000,000 for one pigeon, you're going to probably have to fly 40 races in one season. You're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to dig real deep. And I'll let the other races, somebody will do it. Somebody will do it. And they'll give it away on some bullshit 5 race series. And they'll cheapen the beauty of that kind of money. JD Teal says, fixed income. They expect things to be free. Just like races, horses gotta pay to play. Budget so you can. And yeah, budget so you can. Budget what you want. But don't tell me ever. Don't lie to me. Don't be a little you know what. See, it's not about the money. It's about the transparency. It's about It's about the races and watching. You can't take the races and watching. You can't handle it. Most people can't handle it. Why can't most people handle it? Because the truth hurts. The truth hurts. I hate the truth. It's the worst thing. It's not being picked first. That's the truth. It hurts. Remember when you guys were kids and they picked a football team or a baseball team or a hockey team and you lined up against the wall and there were two kids in your class and one kid got to pick first and one kid got to pick second and you just didn't want to be that last kid. You wanted to be the first kid or the second kid or the middle kid, but you didn't want to be the last kid. Oh, no, no. You didn't want to be that last kid. The truth is the worst thing. So there you go. Mike Vanderyak says, the vast majority of OLR payouts on drops instead of by clocking order. I never understood why. Well, yeah, Mike, I don't think you're stupid, but I'm not, Mike, if I was to lie, Mike, I would be lying if I said, Mike, I don't think you're stupid. Mike, I don't think you're stupid. I think you're dumb. That's not an insult, Mike. I'm dumb in a lot of things. I'm dumb, I'm stupid, I'm slow. But listen, there's the pyramid, Mike. Pyramid. The more people who win, the more people come back. It's a pyramid scam. And I know, Mike, you're not dumb or you're stupid, but you can't understand it. Take a look at all the races. We just make a big drop. Make a big drop. Make a big drop. If you make a big drop, everyone comes back. Oh, I was 53rd at the California Classic. I won $3,000. I was equal first. My bird was the last bird on the drop. It was 40 seconds to win. Oh, it was that close. You were never close. You were never in the race. You were 40 seconds of shit. But if they do that, if us, the races, do that, California Classic, the Hoosier, the Louisiana, the Apple Cup, blah, 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 blah. If we all do that and say, first in the clock is the winner, there's one happy son of a bitch and a bunch of sour shoes. Because here's the next thing that you all didn't think about. The more pigeons you get on that drop, people say, oh, it's been a great job. He's done a good job. He's done a great job. He's done this. He's done that. Oh, it's all great. Yeah, but getting 50 birds on the first drop then becomes a sprint race. People get upset over that. People can't handle that I lost by 36 seconds. People can't handle I lost by 2 seconds. People can't handle I lost by 0.0001 seconds. But that's pigeon racing. That's horse racing. Actually, it's not pigeon racing. Sorry. Left side of my mouth. That's bullshit pigeon racing. And guys, as long as we keep playing in the equal first races, it's the same shit. Ryan is spicy tonight. No, no, no. Ryan's not spicy tonight. I'm never spicy, man. You want what Ryan do you want? You want to talk about what? Breeding? How to breed? Want to talk about that? Talk about what pigeons to buy? What pigeons you want to buy? Let's talk about that. We can talk about what feed to feed or how to feed it and how much to feed. We can talk about grits and minerals. We can talk about medicating your pigeons. Medicate them. Give them all the medication you want. The more drugs you pump in, the worse they get. You know, I talk to guys in Belgium and they say to me, this is always the secret. I got a pimple in my ear. I'm a human. I'm like you guys, eh? I'm the same thing like you. Talk to these super flyers and the real super ones. And sometimes off that camera, they'll say to you, Ryan, we don't give no drugs. The drug is the garbage can. We put them into the ground. When they're not right, into the ground, into the ground. I don't fix pigeons, into the ground. The more drugs we use, the worse they fly. If you use drugs for a season, don't breed off those pigeons. They won't breed shit. They won't breed shit. Guys, you got jeds and seagulls and foys, right? Oh, they didn't come home. They didn't come home. They're slow. Did you ever think you didn't put any work into them? They're not flying off the roof. What's wrong with them? Did you ever think you fed them too heavy? I had a bad race. Did you put any real work into them before the race? And you all fix it with drugs. 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 Easy shit to buy, eh? Hell, Vitaking, they had the best, man. The 1, 2, 3 system was the best. But if you bought that Vitaking system, you got the magic cortisone with it. Because you bought the right pigeons. Inch by inch by inch. No. Does that apply to yellow drops? Mike, yellow drops. You can use it. You can use too much of it. It's a natural product of fun, Mike. Use the yellow drops. Use a vaccine, fine. But we're talking about pumping in 10 different types of respiratory powder, canker treatments, coccidiosis treatments. You know, one of my good friends, Derek Walsh, and unfortunately, Derek had to get out of pigeons because of a woman. Peter Koo says hello. Hey, Petey, how's it going? Hey, oh, you coming in the race this year? Genetic potential, you coming in the race this year? If you are coming in the race this year, and this name here, I can't read it, but if you're coming in the race this year, post it in. David, you coming in the race this year? Crozier, you coming in the race this year? You can bring rollers, it's fine. Mike Vandriak, JD Teal, come on now. I'm going to push you guys. I'll push you and push. Well, what were we talking about? We're talking about drugs and medication. You know, if you think about it, the drugs and the medication, it's the drugs. It's the trying to treat the pigeons to cure them. But if you allow pigeons to cure on their own, be natural, be harder to it, and select from those pigeons that have a lower and lower and stronger immunity, you're going to be better. You're going to be better. But there's people, their kids go outside and they come in and, they got grass stains, got dirt in their hair. They could have rolled in dog shit. Who knows? Mother makes them wash their hands and puts this all on and eat. You're not building up any immunity. You're not building any of that up. Let them lick their fingers. Let them touch let them eat their food. Let them do this. Let them do that. Let them. You build immunity. Now, if you clean everything, yeah, it's great that it's clean, but what are you building? You're actually taking away the power to fight the shit off that you need to fight off. Mike, you ask a stupid question, I'll give you an even dumber answer. Mike, nobody in Europe uses droppers, Mike. Mike, never ask me that stupid question again. And Mike, when I see you next time at an event, I will go like this. Hey, Mike, are you using droppers? Don't ask me the question, Mike. It's stupid, it's silly, and you know the answer on that one. And again, Mike might leave the show and never come back again. It's okay. We're going to be okay. I'm playing the game. I have a club member also going to fly this year. Well, that's good. That's good, David. I hope you are. I hope you're in. I hope your club's in. I hope everyone's club's in. I hope people, even if they can't afford it, and find 5, 10 guys, come on in with a bird each. I've opened it up so nobody has an excuse. The only excuse is the $1,077, the upfront fee. Well, Mike, I'll tell you this. If you're going to challenge me on one event, you tell me what Mickey Mouse Canadian event you're going to go to, and I'll attend it. Not a problem, Mike. And if there's one thing you know about me, Mike, I don't give a shit. I'll walk into the whole room of wolves and they'll all look at me, but not one will bite. And I'll just be me. So, Mike, you tell me the BS Canadian events that you're going to attend, auctions or whatever, and I will fly into Canada just to come and visit, just to say, hey, Mike, how many droppers you got? And actually, I'll even do a Facebook Live so people don't think I talk out of the left and right side of my mouth. And, Mike, I'm just having a bit of fun with you. Relax. I'm planning on attending the UNC Youngbird auction April 27th. You know what maybe I'll do? Where's that going to be, Mike? Mike, where is it? Where is it? Correct me if I'm wrong, but Ricky and yourself say only good flyers get multiple birds on drop. Multiple birds on a drop in a club and a combine, I think that's top. I think that's top. It's at Oscars. Shit. Well, I'm going to come to that. I can't wait to see. I got to bring mittens to that one. I'm going to come. Hell with it. I'm going to be there. When is it? I'm going to go to that one. I'm going to fly. I'm going to leave where I'm at to come to that because I got to see. I got to be there. I'll be there, Mike. I'll see you there. So, flying in clubs and combines, drops are great because you have to get the birds into that condition. One-loft racing, you really don't. It's all bullshit if you think you have to get them into condition. We never really know where they take them. We never really know how hard they really train them. And all the birds are coming to one location. Now, if you really wanted to see chaos and catastrophe, you take a one-loft race with 1,000 pigeons and drop it into a combine with 700, 800, 1,000, 1,500 pigeons. And you will see complete chaos. Why will you see chaos? Because if that one loft manager does not put the work into those pigeons, he's going to get hammered. And then you people don't come back because the pyramid looks like shit. But when you're flying by yourself, when you're flying in Texas, I love it. And I'm not knocking it. I look at the races, especially there in Texas. It's downhill, it's tailwinds, it's easy SHIT. Okay, well, let's put them up with some combines and see how they do. I like to see that. Or let's see the one-off races go up against each other. I like to see that. For instance, John Timmerman, the best flyer in California on one-off races. Better than John Timmerman, better than Ron Steinbrenner, and better than the Holiday Cup. Now, I like Ahmad. Ahmad and Steve. Can't remember the last name. But John outworked them all. John always outworked them all. John grounded and pounded them. And that's why every time when they went to the Iron Eagle, right, the Superbird, the Second Wind, whatever that race was called that each one had, John would always whoop their ass. John just outworked them. John always outworked them. The odd time John maybe get beat, no, John never got beat. There is an auction at Edwards on the 13th of April. I might attend that one as well, but not sure. Well, Mike, you show up, man. I might just fly into both of them. Why? I don't give a shit. I like to show up. I like Edwards. Edwards, great feed, guys. Edwards, a local feed store in this area, selling just fantastic farm fresh feed. And try the honey. So yeah, when we talk about drops in a club combine setting is different. But I will say, a friend of mine, Dennis Sapin, a great sprint flyer. Okay, it is sometimes it take the first 10 on a drop in the club and combine where he is in Belgium, and he killed birds that were equal first 5 times in a row. Got rid of them. Did Sold them to China, moved them on. They weren't first in the clock. They weren't first. And when you see a guy that can do that, can say that, he doesn't look at them as equals. Because, guys, in life, there's no such thing as equal firsts. Take a look at a horse race. It's by a nose. Take a look at the Olympics. It's all firsts. Yes, there's cheating in the Olympics, and I get that. But first is first, and equals do not. There's no such thing as equal. Ian gets a big drop off, and well, sure, why wouldn't he? He outworks 99% of yous. He has better pigeons than 99% of yous. And, yeah, better pigeon man. Sorry, that's going to offend the people in the Niagara region. Better pigeon man. I flew many years, says Mike. Many years on short end, and the last 7 years on the long end. I almost always get one at a time. Rarely drops. Well, Mike, that's a you problem, Mike. That's a you problem. My good friend Dean Pallett, he said we never judge the races by the first bird. Okay, I won the race. Great. You won. We judge it by the drops. We judge it by how fast and how hard that army keeps coming. Boom, 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 boom. You can have one out front, boom. But then it's got to be like clockwork. Boom, 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 boom. And I liked what he said. You want to see how your army, and your army can be 3 pigeons, your army can be 100 pigeons. You have to get that team home as fast as possible. And you know what? I think that gets really missed in pigeon racing results. The Cofichet system. If young Elvis is on here, Shitty, we call him Shitty. Hey, Shitty, if you're watching, Shitty, that Cofichet system, you were right on that one. That's a good one. It's true. And Shitty is watching. He always tunes into this shit. But people don't judge on how fast, if you sent 20 pigeons to a race, how fast you got all 20 home. That's a win in itself. If you're the first one that can do all that, that's a big win. That means your army is ready to go back to battle. Winning a race is great. But I can lose a race. I'm fine losing. I'm fine losing to 2 lofts, to 3 lofts. I'm fine losing it. I'm fine. But I want to see the army. Bang, 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 bang. I want to have the fastest army. Because if I have the fastest army, then I say, okay, it's okay. Today wasn't my day. I did that wrong, or the wind wasn't right, or the this, or the that. It's okay. My army is on fire. So, Antonio says, is there a difference between clubs and OLRs that would mean that they're different birds for each race? Well, sure. If I run an OLR race and I fly the pigeons the way I would, really the way I would, I train them in all conditions. I work them, I work them, I work them, I work them, I work them. In all honesty, that's not really smart because if it's overcast and I lose some birds, I lose people, people get pissed. One-loft racing is sunshines and rainbows. One-loft racing is all about a tailwind and we want to make it the best, and then we want to make it the best, and we want to make it the best. 4 races, it's the best, it's the best. It's bullshit. That's the truth. But businessly, and that's not even a word, it's the smartest thing to do. You tell the people, sure. Have you ever not noticed most races don't really pick days? Rick, what's his name? Rick Me from the Apple Cup. Well, guys, the birds have been out to 100 miles. Bullshit, right? Sorry, Rick. You call it the way I see it. Birds are out. Birds are out, yeah. Tomorrow it's going to be overcast skies, so we're going to hold them back a day. You got them out to 100 miles. What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? Do you got them to 100 miles? Are you sure you got them to 100 miles? Where do you got them? It sounds like they just at 2 miles. That's what it sounds like. The long-winded bullshit of an excuse of what? I hear it, man. I'm not interested in it. I want to see pigeons grounded and pounded. I want you to lose them. I want you to run them into the ground. And I want pigeons that can do it. But what I want and what's out there, it does not matter. All I have to set pigeons up for is bullshit, sunshines, and rainbows. Sunshines and rainbows. Sunshines and rainbows. Tomorrow's going to be, wait, we were going to go today. Strong headwinds. 5-mile-an-hour headwinds. Is that strong? Is that even a goddamn headwind? Can I fly even a kite in that? Come on. And I'm not knocking Rick. Rick does a great job. He shows the videos, blah, blah, blah. But it's still bullshit. It's sensitive, soft shit. Soft kitty bullshit. Not interested. Jim Ward take in $5 billion, burn a loft down. Y'all run back to it. He couldn't get the birds to the distance because the old pile of shit wouldn't run. Then there's me. Right? There's me. What are we doing here? We're giving you as many birds as you want for $1,077. Take that down and fuck it. We'll give you it all for free. You don't have to activate them. We'll just work for free. You happy? And I'll give you $1 million away. Is that what you want to? My problem is me. That's my problem. So when I'm gone and I'm done from this, you'll all wonder, well, what the hell happened? It will be quite simple. I took up fishing. Because I seem sour. For what reason? Why am I sour? I'm sour because everybody is candy ass. It's like Mike said to me. Mike Vandiak challenged me. I'll be at Edwards and I'll be at Oscars. Show up. For you, Mike, for that I will. And I'll say exactly what I was going to say. Just like I bought all the birds in the auction. But just like the Borden Club wouldn't allow me to race. When I'm done this, I can walk away and be okay. Because everything I said I could do or was going to do or wanted to do, I fulfilled that. And guys, I can walk away from pigeons at any time. I can't fly pigeons anywhere in North America. And I get banned for only helping. The people in the Canadian Union, like Mike Vandiak, they didn't stick up for me when it was time. Does that bother me? No, not really, because people don't give a shit. Listen, if we're in a boat, you're drowning in the ocean, fuck you. I ain't gonna save you. Drowned. That's what everyone says, right? Isn't that what it is? Is anybody out here to help anybody? I don't think anybody is. I don't need anybody's help. I'm good on my own. I'll sink my own boat. Antonio Rodriguez says, you're like Asian. Do or die. We don't have doubt birds. You probably do better having your race in Germany. Oh, yeah. I'm not going to Germany to race pigeons. One thing, the Niagara region is great for salmon fishing. You see, guys, one thing great about Mike, he'll always come up with that woody little comment. And that's what we like about Mike. But anyways, as I say, I tell the people what I see, what I think. Does it mean I'm right? Probably not. But I think I have a good finger on it. You know, I thought about it, and I thought about these one-loft races. And I can't talk about all the races in America because I think a lot of them are not very good. And then I look at the races in Canada. You know, one year we had the race there. What was it called in Saskatoon? The guy made an excuse about the tricky hills. That was laughable. But he gave you guys that bullshit. And I look at this and I say to myself, like, this is what people are giving people. They're just making an excuse. You know what I had to hear? The birds train like shit. I pulled the feathers. I effed it up. Not the birds. I effed it up. I did that. It was my idea. I took it from somebody and I tried it and it backfired. But you don't see anyone do that. You don't see it. Anyone makes a bullshit excuse. The tricky hills. The tricky hills. The tricky hills. The tricky hills. The tricky. Oh, the hills are tricky. Does anybody ever hold any accountability? Well, we hope Tracy will be on again this year. I know she's getting better, but she's Tracy. She's doing a lot of stuff. You know, here's something I'm going to tell you guys. America for American people, people in Belgium, especially like the specialists, they're not interested in one loft racing. I just got a question. Are any of the two lofts that you selected birds for, a private selection for a guy, do they win in one loft racing? If I, no, living here in Belgium, I have no interest in a one loft race. It's complete crap and garbage, including my own. It's complete crap and garbage. There's not real competition. And I don't mean it's not real competition. I mean, the one loft guys need to pyramid it so the birds come home good. If pigeons aren't coming home good, they got to do blah, 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 blah. Now, me, I don't really care. I just fly pigeons to race pigeons. So does my dad. One great thing about Ricky is he don't care, eh? Just play him as it is. Play. And I learned that from him. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? In business, it's a bad thing. But for finding the best pigeons, it's a good thing. But most one-off races, no good. No, Antonio. Antonio, you missed the whole boat. Okay, Antonio, I love your thought on that. Antonio, again, you're still putting one-off birds at a high level, eh? There's that right there. See right here where my hand is? That's Belgium. There's Holland. There's Germany and the UK. Okay. That's Europe. One loft racing is down here. I know what you're thinking. Oh, one loft racing, one loft. It's not what you think. It's not what you think. These Belgians that win and win and win. This. Oh, I don't have the video. I wish I had it. Oh, Verdoma. I got rid of the video. Kivran. We fly Kivran. 50,000 bird release. 30 times in a year. Antonio, I'm sorry, but let's get some drugs, man. Let's sing Kumbaya and have a shot of whiskey. Forget one-loft racing. It's asleep. It's asleep. All one bird going to one direction. All one bird trained on tailwinds. All one bird wherever the guy said he took him. That's all it is. It ain't real. Because if all these one-lofts were so goddamn real, you all that play in them would hold a hell of a lot more accountability. I want to see them released. I want to see where you're going. I want. You don't see that. The goddamn Hoosier were 3,000, 9,000, 8,000, 6,000 pigeons attended. The loft burnt down. The truck blew a tire. Blah, blah, blah. And nobody holds anything to it. They just say, okay, it is what it is. That's okay. The real Belgians will never give a shit about one-loft racing. And when they have to compete in one-loft racing, they'll quit because it's not racing pigeons to them. Racing pigeons to them is a feeling. It's like getting up and eating your breakfast and taking a piss. It's like it's second nature. They play pigeons. They play pigeons. They know how the pigeon thinks, the pigeon feels, the brain of the pigeon. They know when a pigeon has a headache. One-loft racing, I hate to say this, but we're all idiots. We put them in a box and send them and go, you're out of our best pedigreed pigeons. We're supposed to win. Come on. We're being foolish. We're being ignorant. We're being stupid. One of my biggest regrets, Miss San Diego, super flying pigeon, one loft race. Should have sold her. Couldn't produce good enough. Couldn't produce nowhere near to what I could have got for her. I bought one loft race winners. I bought ace pigeons from one loft races. Shit, never breed nothing. But hey, you guys want to know? Oh yeah, they breed winners. Oh yeah, they breed winners. Oh, they have a good shot. Yeah, they do have a shot. They got a better shot than the pigeon that didn't come home. They got a better shot than what? Well, they got a better shot than. I would take pigeons that fly in the Antwerp area that come 1,000th. No, I'm lying. Come 2,000th overall over any one loft winner. But again, what do I know? No, David. David, no, you're wrong. One loft racing is 100% luck. That's what it is. You have to have luck on the day. Now, to have the ace pigeon, you have to have a good pigeon. But to win a one loft race, it does not matter. It does not matter. To win a one loft race, you just have to have a bird go to the finals. You have the same shot. Now, the ace pigeons, to win an ace pigeon, you can have a little bit better pigeon. But if you really look at ace pigeons, you'll normally look. Take a look at the Upper Canada, the BS there. What was it? 1,300 birds went in. You see in the girls. Oh, sorry. You see in the girls. Gotta watch. Andy's a bit sensitive at what I say about UC and the girls. They're great. I've been flying pigeons 2 years. Socks off. Phenomenal. My mother's been here for, I've been here for 43 years. My mother couldn't raise a pigeon. She knows how to hand feed pigeons. She knows how to open the chute up. She's shit. She's shit. You see the girls, the third season now, they're pros. Sorry, Andy. Let's not get it sensitive now. But I wonder, what are you going to handle them? I know the answer there. Can't. I'm not picking on your girls. They do a great job. They got to pick up the shit, the pieces of shit, the pieces of shit that you lay down. They do a great job. You seen the girls? One day I am going to interview them. I'm going to. They can come after me, whatever. It doesn't matter. They're really doing good. They're learning. They're trying. It's going to be their. Is this their third season? Third season. And I hope they do a good job. I know they're going to try their best, and that's great. Pretty damn lucky. And I look forward to talking to you, Andy. Just as I say now, I'll say it there. And whoever wants to repeat that to him, there's not a problem, as I don't really care. I stopped caring. But, anyways, everyone in the U.S., says Antonio, everyone in the U.S. is afraid to race against other concourses just like Canada. Everyone in the U.S. is afraid to race against other concourses just like Canada. Uh, what why are people afraid? What are you afraid of? Have you ever thought about why people are afraid? What are you afraid of? Pigeons can't race different concourses. Fly the damn pigeons. The pigeons will show you, but you have to fly. You have to be willing to be a loser. You know, in this area here in Burlar, where I live, I won't play with any other pigeons, but except pigeons from this area, because this is the super hotbed of pigeon racing. I've heard enough stories. I've seen enough people wipe out from experiences and watching. But you can't be afraid. People are afraid of drag. Mike, again, I'm not going to say you're stupid, but you're dumb. Drag is created by leading pigeons. Okay? Put 100 people in a room. Put panic in. One or two people will lead the group. This is it. These are leaders. Pigeons, if you play with pigeons, you play for leaders. You want leaders. You don't want followers. You don't want stupid sheep. And unfortunately, in this world, not in pigeons, in the world, there's a lot of dumb sheep. People keep saying, oh, well, Ryan, you're lucky. You're lucky. You're lucky. You've done this and that and this. No, no, no. I'm not on holiday when I'm here in Europe. I'm out here working. I'm out here handling pigeons, looking at pigeons, building an auction site, putting it together for you people. It doesn't come given to me. Do you know how many goddamn no's I got? My name is No. It's not Ryan, it's No. No, 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 no. That's what my name is. When I get a yes, I'm happy. Tomorrow I get a no. I get a no. I get a no. Then I get, how much am I going to get? 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 How fast are you going to pay? How fast are you going to pay? Never a thank you. I got a handful of breeders that have given me a write up on Facebook to say thank you. And I always know those breeders, and those breeders, which you all don't know, will always be welcome back. But if you want to know what it's like to walk a day in my shoes and this shit, it's great. The best part is the pigeons. They never talk back. You get to handle the best ones. But it's always the people. It's either the breeder has a problem, the buyer has a problem, somebody that couldn't bid and log in has a problem. That's okay. But if you all think this is some fun filled holiday, I'd rather just go and work a 9 to 5 job. was pretty good too. Bullshit. Go sit behind a coffee shop. Hey, Mike, you're a cop. You know what it was like. You go and sit behind a coffee shop and sleep and have a donut. Bullshit. I'm only rubbing you, right? People are afraid of drag. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, Mike. Mike, drag is created. 500 stupid pigeons will never lead 10 pigeons that know what the hell they're doing. Yeah, Janetville, the heartbeat of Ontario. Eddie Ortiz says, I'm not into getting a large group in drops for an OLR. They follow each other. It's BS. Well, could you, and I'm just saying, could you just imagine if all the one-loft races in America, let's just take America and Canada, let's put these two shitholes together. The rule was you could have a one-loft race. Trump, if you're watching, you can have a one-loft race, but you have to fly the birds in a combine. They have to go in combine races. Oh shit, the one-loft races would crash and burn. They get eaten up. They get eaten up. Because the one-loft races put zero work into it. Always the winner of a one-loft race is the owner of the race. Guys, do the mathematics, man. Jimmy Ward, he's the big guy. His dick is 19 inches of fun. He wins the Hoosier every single year. Do the math. The winner never wins. The owner always wins. But you know what? That Chicago area, they got some good flyers there. And I would bet you, wiggle my ears and tickle my toes, if Jimmy had to fly against the Chicago Combine, raped and pillaged, Jimmy would start losing weight. He'd be shitting his pants. He'd go, what am I going to do? I sent 3,000 pigeons that weren't trained. What am I going to do? Sorry, Jimmy. Old lasagna. And you know what? People say I come after Jimmy Ward. Nope. It makes $1 million a year. I'm not coming after Jimmy. Jimmy's the best. He got all you sheep licking salt. That's the truth. And I can't be bought by Jimmy. No. Jimmy or Mike Gannis, I can't be bought by them. Anyways, as Dave Crozier says, the hotbed, Janetville. Mike Vaniak, you're still trying to figure out about drag. Well, you'll figure it out. You have to find that. You have to do a little bit better research on that. What else is there? So it looks like I got to come back to Canada for 2 bullshit auctions to call out Mike. And I might actually do that for fun. Oh, I'm not Jimmy tonight. Oh, go Jimmy, go. Yeah. Jimmy Ward. Yeah, I remember. What was that guy's name? The landscaper. What was his name? He come after me one time. So, well, blah, blah, blah. What was his name? Come on. He's Jimmy Ward's landscaper. What's his name? He's a big guy. He's a 7-footer. God, he's a big guy. Nice guy, too. He wasn't a bad guy when I met him. But he come to Jimmy Ward's rescue. What was his name? Tom Shillings. Tom Shillings. Yeah, Tom. I've been to Tom's place. Nice guy. Jimmy's landscaper. Always winning. Take a look at the results. There you go, Tom. I'm still here. I'm still standing, and I will come back to America again. And you can come after me and kill me. I really don't care. You know what I've learned too? We're all gonna die. It's just a matter of when. Like, have you thought about this, guys, as you're watching this show? You're gonna die. But when? Where? You're gonna get hit by a car, you're gonna get beat up, you're gonna fall off the Twisted Sister. When is it gonna happen to you? Me, I don't care. I done it, man. Oh, Mike, I hope you have a club trainer on the 13th. Mike, you can get your birds there. You can train them with everyone else's sheep. Sheepy sheep. Yes, Shillings did win the $1 million race. But again, we could go back and say, was the $1 million race ever legitimate? Why? Sarah Blackshaw was a cheater. Ooh! So did Tom Schilling win? I don't know. All I know is Sarah Blackshaw, she was hooking for cheeseburgers. What do you guys think? Do you guys think the $1 million race was real? Or was it real to a point? That's the question. But if there's 50 shades of gray in it, was it ever a real race? Some say when Zandy Myers ran it, it was real. Mike, do you want a free one? Hey, Tom, if you're watching, Mike Vanderyak wants a $50 daughter, a little Miss Nikki. If you can get that for Mike, hook him up. Because I think Mike's sniffing. Well, I hope on the 13th, Mike, if I came on the 13th to Edwards, you think we could do a video liberation of the birds? Where all the dumb sheep could liberate them together? Maybe you guys could all like have a Tim Hortons coffee and cheers and let them all out together? Maybe, Mike. Oh my God! I'll come on the 13th, Mike. Ho ho ho! Whoa! This one's for Mike Vanderyak. Big balls, Mike. Mike knows it all. Mike, I will show up at Edwards on the 13th. Hopefully FD's not going to be there because he'll be a little sensitive. But if FD's there, it's okay. That's for you, FD. But Mike, what we'll do is because they're your old birds, they're really experienced. We're going to single toss them. How many? I don't know. You probably have 6 old birds or 8 old birds or 12 old birds or whatever. You can give me the number and then we'll divide it into the time that we're going to be there and we'll just single toss them. And then we'll look at the clock and how closely they come. And as long as they're equal apart, I'll pay you $1,000 a pigeon. Yeah. So if we let the pigeons out 5 minutes apart and they trap 5 minutes apart all the way through, we'll give or take a minute, right? We should. Got to give a little bit of leeway. Then we can see how good your bird's single toss from Edwards. All right. So should we do 13 birds 13 minutes apart? 13 birds 5 minutes apart? 13 birds 2 minutes apart? Or just like you said, Mike, you can get 13 birds 1 minute apart. Boom, 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 boom. Mike, if you're going to do that, I recommend don't feed them for about 2 or 3 days. Have them in the baskets, and then go to work. 1 minute apart. Mike, are you in? For every bird, though, that does it 1 minute apart, I give you $1,000 US. And Mike, because I don't want to take your money because you're on a fixed income, for every bird that doesn't do it, just give me $10 a bird. Just 10. That'll pay for my gas, a waste of a time to go up to Edwards. You good for that, Mike? So for you, it'll be $130. And if you win, it'll be $1,300. That's for me to know, Dave. That's for me to know. So, Mike, you post in there. You want to do it? I'll bring the cash, eh? I'll bring 1,300. We'll go from Edward's feed to your house with the clock on. We'll check it out. We'll do it live, man, right on Facebook. We're going to go for it. I'm going to make $130 because I know you won't bet $1,000 a bird because there ain't nobody on this planet that's that stupid. Problem is, birds will be in a group. No, Mike, there's no problem, Michael. Just bring your birds to Edwards. 13 birds by themselves. 1 minute apart, 5 minutes apart, 10 minutes apart, 20 minutes apart, Mike. You pick it. Don't give me your bullshit, Mike. Because this is exactly what I don't like. I give it to Mike. Mike, $1,300. I thought you said 13,000, Mike. I'll bring you 13,000. You want the 33,000, Mike? How much do you want? Your birds can't do it, then they won't do it. First races are this weekend. My neighbor Sorrel Lambrex, he's flying rant on Sunday. As long as the weather's warm enough, they're going to play. Young birds will start middle of May. It's so funny, Mike. You hear the big number, you talk the good game, but when it's time to play the game, will you play it? Can you do it? $13,000. Who cares? It's only money. I can't take it with me, Mike. 1 minute apart. We drive from when we let the birds out, we leave the auction and we drive back to your place. Keep it live on camera. We look at the clock. Mike, I don't care about 90 to 100 miles. That's all bullshit. You told me that they're goddamn machines. Mike, you told me you can do it. Do you want to try it from 10 miles, Mike? To see if you can do it at 1 minute apart? Mike, it doesn't matter if we go to 5 miles, 10 miles, 50 miles, or 100 miles. Your birds won't do it. First race is in my area. Kivran is 102 kilometers, so it's about 60 miles. They're going to do that in an hour to an hour and 5 minutes, hour and 10 minutes, or 57 minutes. The distances in Europe, they're not easier. There's 100 times more pigeons. Think about it, guys. When you race pigeons against, okay, I hate to say this, but if I'm buying pigeons, I want to buy pigeons that fly against the most competition. Now, if I fly against 1,000 pigeons a week, I would rather buy pigeons from a combine that's flying against 3,000 pigeons. That's my minimum. The pigeon quality is better. But if I want to be really good, I'm going to buy birds that fly against 5,000 to 7,000. If I'm really smart, I'm buying against birds that are flying against 50,000. This is why time after time after time, the Belgian pigeons have come to the top because they fly against the most competition. But it's in black and white and it's there. Take a look at it. It's there in black and white. You just have to be able to reason it. Mike, what are we doing? I'm going to go to the bank, Mike. You want it in euros, Canadian, or American? What do you want it in, Mike? I only want 10 Canadian dollars per bird because I don't want to take your money. But when it's all said and done, you have to come on camera and say, my old birds couldn't do it. And guys, the best trained pigeons won't do it. It's pigeons. It's not perfection. He can't do 13 pigeons. He can't do 5 pigeons. are the best of the Belgium system of racing. The best system of racing is the Belgium system, Mike. It makes the pigeons first. But, Mike, you're still asking about droppers, and this isn't to attack you. But I asked you the question, do you want to be paid in Canadian, in American, or in euros? I just want to be paid in Canadian dollars because I don't want to take too much of your money. Oh, and can I have that hat that you wear? That Indianapolis Jones hat? I'd like that too. It's kind of like a trophy piece for me to say, whoop, there it is. Edwards, it'll be fun, guys. Mike Vanderyak, 13 old birds, 1 minute apart. Oh, wait a minute. You're going to set up a toss from 25 miles. Mike, you tell me what day you want to do it. Now Mike changes the rules again. Sure, we'll do it from 25 miles, Mike. 1 minute apart, 25 miles. Mike's going to bet lunch. No, Mike. No. Mike, do you think I'm going to waste a flight to have lunch? The best food is in Belgium. It's fantastic. Belgium, Italy, the food is phenomenal. Holland's okay. France, okay. England, unless it's Indian food. Mike, left, right. 25 miles, Mike? $1,000 a bird. Can you do it? Talk a good game. Can you do it? What is the estimated month auction birds will be shipped? Yeah, you're going to get them in midsummer. They're starting their way, so everything looks good. Believe it or not, we've had no real problems, so that's good. I'm actually real happy with this group, and we had some younger pigeons in the group. Some birds that didn't even drop pins, but they did great. They're doing great. You know, I will say, quality of pigeons is phenomenal. And I really do love the quality of the pigeons. These pigeons, they handled everything we've asked of them. Showed them on shows, switched them lofts. Hey, some birds even went to Poland with me. Handled perfectly. You have to be home before they go on widowhood because I don't train after that. Hey, Mike, you're going to fly all season for a fucking stupid trophy. I'm going to give you $1,000 a bird. That they come 1 minute apart in the order that you let them out. So, Mike, when I get there, if it's before the first race, after the first race, the fourth race, the fifth race, the 10th race, I want you to show me how good they are. Don't give me your bullshit, Mike. Mike, you sound like FD. Bullshit. Everybody got a goddamn excuse. Excuse. My best pigeon, I'm going to call it excuse. Well, Antonio, you're a smart guy. You're real smart. Because, Antonio, at least you see the forest through the trees. Now, we're going to go to the Ricky 7. Antonio, do you want prize money or tested pigeons? If you want prize money, please don't enter my race. There it is. The Ricky 7. 7 fun-filled races. 1,777. Entry fee $107. No, Mike, you can't. Mike, you can't do that, Mike, because you're too much on a system. You're too much on a system, Mike. You probably eat dinner every night at 7 o'clock, Mike. And there's nothing wrong with that. But, Mike, you can't skip a race. And don't think that you can skip a race because you can't skip a race. It's a nice thing to say. And I'm feeling for you. But no, Mike, you can't skip a race. Mike, 25 miles. 25 miles. The birds come home from the race, put them back in the basket, and do it again. Again. You won't do it, Mike, because you got some bullshit system. And when it comes down to 13 pigeons for $1,300, no, $13,000. My apologies. $1,000 a bird a minute apart. You won't do it. You'll make every excuse there is, as what you're doing on camera right now. Mike, actually do me a favor. Put up the white flag and surrender. Please, Mike, do me a favor. I'm Belgian. Don't ever insult us Belgians. You don't fly a Belgian system. You've never flown a Belgium system. You're not Belgium. You've never been to Belgium, or if you've been to Belgium, you've never learned anything in Belgium. You haven't been there long enough to do it. We could also do with the young birds. I am more flexible with their training. Mike, 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 you're nothing but excuses. Mike, I love you. You're on this show. Don't enter my race. You can't do it. Your birds can't do it. You won't do it. You have every excuse that there is. When there's money on the line, Mike, you can't do it. Mike, you're FD. FD to Mike. No, Mike, you have nothing like the Belgium system. Please, Mike, stop referring to yourself as a Belgium system pigeon flyer. You're nothing like a Belgium system flyer. You're a lot of good excuses. You say you can get your birds to come 1 minute apart from single tossing. But when you get called out to do it with old birds that have done a whole young bird system, you bitch it out. You come up with an excuse. FD, that's what you do. Mike, that's what you do. You don't talk it straight. You can't talk it straight, Mike. You make 50 shades of bullshit. Hold on. Guys, I got to do this because you know what? This is what we're about right now. I'm making a mixed drink and I got to step out of the camera. But I want to say this, guys. The Ricky 7. Woo-hoo. My dad can't fly in the Canadian Union bullshit because nobody in Canada will stick up for him. And I wouldn't either. He's a real prick. But I'll tell you this right now. Rick, he can fly the Belgium system. And not that Mike Vanderyak bullshit talking Belgian name system. talking the real system. We're talking that real system. So, guys, if you want to fly a great race, a great series, have some fun. And you know what? Let Ricky have a bit of fun. Me, I don't need to fly pigeons, man. I won everything I had to win. I had enough champion birds. I won enough open races. I did it. I don't really care. But this is the race for you. This is that Ricky 7 Spectacular. And again, Mike, if you do win at your thing, I'll give you as many birds as you want in the race for free. What am I drinking tonight? We're going with my best friend. We're going with vodka. And we're going with my best girl. You know, if I ever had a kid, had a daughter, I'd name her Pepsi. She'd have a fine ass. She'd have spice. That's what I would do. If I ever have a kid and I have a daughter, I'll name her Pepsi. Mike says, right. The club and combine creates the system in Belgium, not individual flyers. Mike, I don't even know what you're talking about. You're making bullshit up to feel better about yourself, Mike. But again, guys, Mike talks that big game. But when you offer Mike $13,000, I'm Ryan. Ryan Zonigan. Zonnenekuin. I will give Mike $13,000 to get one pigeon, boom, 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 a minute apart, as he said. David, what is she, a whore? I would never name her vodka. Pepsi, but not vodka. What a show. What a show. We get nonsense from Mike. People ask what I'm drinking, which is good. People think that American pigeons can beat European pigeons. Guys, even in one-loft races, when the American pigeons win, they're not winning. You know, I thought about this and I asked so many Europeans. I said, well, if I did an auction in Europe and I brought American pigeons over, and I used American, fuck the Canadian pigeons, they're all crap. Sorry, Mike, you're crap. And I brought American pigeons over. And I brought American pigeons over from, let's say, Spring Hill or from California or from maybe New Jersey, whatever. All the Europeans say, I say, all we look for is number of pigeons competed. Not interested. Not interested. There's no competition. And I thought about it. You know, Canada is this hotbed of different country people. I'm going to use Canada. You know, we got the Indians, the Arabs, the Mexicans, the Canadians, the every other breed of whatever the hell it is, the Spanish, the Belgians, whatever, the Polish, the Greeks, the Romanians, the Italians, whatever, right? All the shit. You take a Canadian soccer team, the national team, they couldn't beat a third division Mexican team. They're shit. They're pretty much a shit. And they got all this diversity shit because there's no competition. No competition. Competition is what you're looking for. When you're flying against the best, when you're competing against the best, you're going to be the best. You can compete, but if it's against 500 regular people, you're not competing against anybody. Call the girl blush. Sorry, Dave. David Tracy says, yeah, Pepsi can be a sweet and one vodka can be sizzly. No. Quality pigeons don't come from Europe. Pigeons that you want to add to your program come from Europe. Again, I'll say it. If you race my race this year and you win it, you sell the pigeon. If you win any race in America, you sell it. You sell it as fast as it wins it. Because why? Buy better pigeons. Mike, I haven't heard from you yet, Mike. You're starting to sound like Andy, Mike. Blow a lot of smoke, no fire. And again, I know. Bush, not blush. Well, why would I call it Bush? You'll be all right, Croce. We'll get you that group. You need that group. Well, it's late here, guys. It's 2:39 here in the morning. I have good days and bad days like everybody else. And then I do this show, and I often wonder. I often wonder sometimes what I'm talking even about. It's me going off on a tantrum or a rant or a rave or whatever. And everything we've done, most people can't see the difference. That's frustrating, man. That's where I say driving a garbage truck so much easier. Who cares? You just drive the garbage truck. But for those who get it, not the FDs, because they take something great and ruin it. But for those ones who get it, then you get it. And a guy like Mike Vanderyak that can come on here, and Mike, I'm going to say this about you, and it pisses me off. It pisses me off, Mike. You jerk me off for an hour on here on your bullshit training. Your bullshit Belgium system. Your bullshit. When I drop $13,000 down, you have no balls to bring it. But for the last hour, I entertained you on it. No, Mike. The best one-loft race has never been seen because the Up North Combine, because fucked up Bruce Maters, wouldn't let it. Mike, and I don't need you to ever score what my best was and best wasn't, Mike. I don't need you to score it. Hey, Mike, your balls are big. You talk a good game. Put me back on your combine or the up north combine or the EOC bullshit combine, and I'll fly the one-loft birds on that. But nobody will stick up for that because you're all a bunch of bitches. You're all a bunch afraid of drag and whatever nonsense you want to make. How's No Tooth Bruce doing? His teeth come back in? I don't know. Sorry, Bruce. Don't want to get you sensitive. But you are. But anyways, Mike, you try and change the subject. Mike, I don't care about your opinion on it either. I really don't care, Mike, on your opinion. You know what I learned, eh? I don't care about people's opinions. I don't care if you think my prices are too high on my auctions, my importing, the birds aren't good, blah, 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 blah. Go to Herbots, go to whatever you want to go to. I don't care. JD, I'm not really sure. Americans and Canadians, they're all the same. They're pretend. Hey, Jeff, how's it going, my friend? From New Zealand, I hope your cruises are going good. Mike, you changed your tune, and I'm gonna say something, Mike. You come after me a lot of the time. You question the droppers, bullshit, and that makes the show great. But when I question you, you tuck tail and run. You're gonna make $13,000 1 minute apart because you told my audience that you could do it. Don't lie. You can't do it. It can't be done. From 25 miles or 50 miles or 5 fucking miles, you can't do it. And I'm kind of sticking on this tonight because I watch you change the subject. I watch you dance around it. Mike, you're not the piano man. No, no, no. You're a cop. That means you're a bullshitter. It doesn't mean I don't like you, Mike. But it means I know you have no power to your words. You don't back them up with performance. You back them up with bullshit. And that's what this world's all about. It's all bullshit talk. Who walks it? Who talks it? Who does it? Mike Green says, I've always looked at if I can't beat you, I gotta get better birds. Well, guys, I'm gonna tell you this. I just come up with a new idea. Not only if Mike Vanderyak, with his great pigeons, cannot get them from 25 miles, 1 minute apart, in the moments we let them go, whatever. If he can do it, not only will I give him $13,000, but I will do an auction for the man completely for free. Because those pigeons are flaw fucking free. And I know tomorrow I'm going to get chewed out and yelled at about this. But that's okay. I know where the worst one will come from. Who's FD and UC and the girls? Mike don't have no bite, so he won't say nothing. But guys, our one-loft races are coming. And I hope you people participate. No, I'm not really saying F the police, but you ever really find a police that do anything for you? They don't have common sense. They're stupid. I never found one. Now, The best police I ever found were the old guys that were done it. They got off the power trip. They were good. Any young dumb cops? Nope, they're dumb. They're stupid. Sorry, it's the truth. They get on a power trip. They're constantly measuring how big it is. Well, JD, you got close. And you know what? I'm glad you're buying off of Herbots and the other sites. JD, you don't even have to buy off ours. I don't really care. My site is it's not for everyone. Well, Mike, they never or Dave, they never helped you. Why would they help you? You look like you're one of the goddamn beachcombers. Instead of busting my balls, why don't you get Ricky to try it and see if it works? No, 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 Mike. I'm not busting your balls, Mike. It does not work, Mike. Mike, don't make Mike, do me a favor. I'm giving you $13,000 for you to do 25 miles a minute apart. Mike, shut up. Mike, you're stupid. You're dumb. You're not focused. And you're making an excuse. You're bringing my dad into this? Mike, you can't do it. I know it, and you know it. That's why you're diverting, Mike. You know what, Mike? You sound like Rick Fife, making bullshit up. Or Oscar, or young Elvis. No, Mike, you don't need or want my money. I know that. It's bragging rights, Mike. You want to do it for lunch? What do you want to do it for? A hug? You want it for one of those stupid Indianapolis Jones hats? What do you want to do it for, Mike? I don't care about money. It can't be done, Mike. You can't do it for free, Mike. You can't and you won't. Not on your best day, your harvest moon, your cocks on widowhood on 6-day-old babies. You ain't going to do it, Mike. But if you really want to push it, Mike, put your money down and just say, Ryan, shut up and I'll show you. Take my money, go to town. Mike, just tell me to shut up and take my money. You know what, Mike? If I had the time, I would bet you on it. I do it with my own birds and take your money, but you won't bet your own money. Anyways, this is besides the point. We're going in circles. Mike has no balls. He showed this to you guys. He's turning it into Ricky and why would I bet money and blah, 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 blah. Mike don't need the money. He's pretending that he can do it for bragging rights. So we'll do it for bragging rights. Guys, Facebookers, YouTubers, we will do it. Mike, we will do it for free. No money involved. Just a hug, and I'll even wear your stupid Indianapolis Jones hat. We'll do it. Let's show the people that it can be done. But guess what, Mike? It can't be done. Mike, I will be at your what was it? Your Borden bullshit auction? No. The what rate what auction is it? Let me go back and scroll. What auction? Wait, which one? I don't want to screw up your wait. I am attending on April 27th the Mike Vanderyak. Well, I'll take you offline the flight. And then you want to go to the which one? Hold on. Oh. Which one is the one at Edwards, Mike? What date's that? We'll do that one. Mike, you need to brag. Mike, you need to brag because you keep talking about how fucking great your birds can do it in 1 minute apart. Mike, could you F off? Please. You need to brag, Mike. Mike, you're all about how big it is. So show me how big it is. Give it to me, Mike. You're starting to sound like Oscar and Andy and young Elvis. You got this rump. Do you have it? Can you do it? Oh, hold on. All right, guys. My apologies. Mike's a bitch. He has an excuse. Forget it. No, let's not worry about it. Mike don't need the money. Mike don't need the bragging rights. And Mike just talked on here about a bullshit group toss. Because you know what? No. Mike. We'll do it from your house 1 mile apart, or 1 mile from your house, 13 minutes apart. They got a clock 1 minute exactly. Mike, he still won't fucking do it. Yeah, Mike Green, Ryan will give it to you, Mike, any way you want it, and you'll never come up. You just come up with 50 shades of bullshit. I call you, Mike, the new FD. And there's only one person who knows who I'm talking about with the FD. But Mike, you will now be known as FD. Anyways, I'm going to go to bed. It's been a lot of fun tonight. You guys have been great. Ricky Seven's on its way. I wasted a lot of time on Mike. Mike, next week when you come on the show, if you ask some questions, I probably won't answer them. Why? Because you're bullshit, Mike. No. I shared the story a year ago when you were discussing single tossing. Okay. You shared the story and you gave me some bullshit answer about how your birds do it 1 minute apart. Mike, fuck off. Your birds don't do it. Forget the money on YouTube or Facebook. I don't give a fuck. Mike, you're bullshit. Who is FD? Like, share, and subscribe. I'm Ryan for the Elite Pigeon Auctions. Thanks for flying with me. Hey, Lars.